Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to this week's weekly project update. We've got some great information coming for you today. We're going to open up, as we do usually, with Friends of Mozilla. We want to thank our awesome team of add-ons reviewers, in particular, E. Rossman, RCT Gamer 3, Trishul, and Zitronella for their recent contributions to help keeping our add-ons ecosystem safe. Let's give a big round of applause for our add-ons reviewers. Next, we move on to our calendar. This week, we've got a couple of events. On Wednesday, June 5th, we've got the add-ons community meeting at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. There's a link to the Zoom meeting room in channel. I guess that's it for events for this week. With that, we move directly to our speakers. Our first speaker up is Christina Gore, coming to us with an update on MozFest 10th anniversary book. Christina?
Hi, thanks for having me. My name is Christina. I'm the Open Leadership Community Coordinator with the Mozilla Foundation. We're really excited to be publishing a book to celebrate MozFest's 10th anniversary this year, and in true MozFest fashion, we want your help to write it. If MozFest has had an impact on your life, your work, or your community, please fill out the form at mzl.la/MozFest, the number 10 people. It's in the wiki, so you don't have to memorize it. And tell us your story in 280 characters or less. It'll take you less than 5 minutes, and you can choose to participate anonymously or with your name attached. This form will close on Friday, so please submit your stories this week and then share the form with your network to make sure that everyone gets a chance to tell their story and get published in the book. Also, if you have any photos or resources or an epic MozFest story that cannot be told in 280 characters, please email me, Christina Gore, at christinag@mozillafoundation.org, and let's chat. Thank you.
Thank you. MozFest has been going for a decade now. Any of you who have been a part of it, I highly encourage you to fill out the form and join the book. Next up, we have me with your weekly Firefox update. Let me bring my notes up here. Firefox 67 is our current stable release. 68's in the beta channel and ships to the stable release on July 9th. There have been nearly 60 bug fixes uplifted to beta in the last week. That's a little higher than normal, but we're early in the cycle, so not terribly unexpected. Firefox 69 is in the nightly channel, and that ships to stable on September 3rd. Over the last week, there have been about 425 bug fixes that landed in Mozilla Central, including these notable ones. Firefox returns to allowing bookmarks to run even when CSP on the page would normally block JavaScript execution. A short-lived regression where closing your find bar would actually close your browser window last week was fixed. That was pretty annoying for those of us that do research and use find bar a lot. We've enabled web render on Nightly for AMD hardware with Linux and Mesa drivers. So a big push here to get web render enabled on more systems. And along with that, we've also enabled the GPU process on Linux when using hardware compositing. And this is important because if we encounter a crash, rather than the whole browser going down, just the GPU process goes down. It can restart itself and pick up where it left off. For add-ons that have them, we now show inline preferences in the add-ons detailed view and the add-ons manager. This continues our migration of features directly into the add-ons manager for helping users take more control over their add-ons experience. The Firefox Profiler, a performance profiler, has landed in Nightly, and you can enable this from the web developer menu. Those of you who've been around for a while may recall this was formerly known as the Gecko Profiler. Gives you performance information about the internals of Firefox as it runs through its paces, as well as the internal of web pages that run in Firefox. The profiler is scheduled to, I believe, replace our built-in performance monitoring tool over the coming months. And last but not least, Firefox now syncs the run studies, and make extension recommendation settings across your browsers. We choose which settings we sync across the browsers carefully so that we don't have a bad actor on one browser propagating its way to the other browsers. But these are two settings that users expect to find synced, so they've been added. That is it for the Firefox Weekly Update. Next, we have Miriam Avery with Emerging Technologies Weekly Update. Let me find your slides for a second.
Thank you. Hello, Miriam Avery here with our Emerging Technologies headlines. First up, evidence-based language design. Oh, it's so nerdy, I love it. In what ways can empirical evidence be used in the design of a language like JavaScript? What impact would a more direct connection to developers give us? As stewards of the JavaScript specification, how do we answer questions about the design of JavaScript and help it get accessible to thousands of new coders who learn it each year? Yulia Starcev, part of Mozilla's representation at TC39, is looking for feedback from developers everywhere to see how we might glean useful insights about the evolution of JavaScript from that feedback. You can read more and find the link to her survey in her Hacks post. Yulia is keen to hear from everyone, from folks learning JavaScript as the first language, to those coming to JavaScript from other languages, to experts who've been programming in JavaScript for years. 15 minutes is all it takes. Please help us out. WebAssembly outside the browser. Back in April, we announced WASI, the WebAssembly system interface, as part of introducing the idea that WebAssembly now runs outside of browsers. Interest in WASI and WASM continues to grow, as evidenced by a large crowd at a meetup last week at Docker in San Francisco. It's still pretty complicated, and people have a hard time wrapping their brains about it. If you want to learn more, watch a talk from Dan Goleman from last week's meetup to provide a little context about why people are so excited about this technology, particularly like our hosts last week at Docker. Next up, Augmented Reality World Expo, the world's most essential AR and VR conference all around the world. The Santa Clara main event happened last week, and our own Sean White and Tony Parisi, there we go, of Unity were on stage talking about the past, present, and future of the 3D web. Video of that session will be available soon, and we'll keep you posted. A public service announcement for this and other things. It is that time of year for conferences, meetups, events, hackathons, camps. We know that this is true in emerging technologies because AWE wasn't the only one. We are at dozens and dozens of them. We are trying to fit as much as we can around the upcoming Whistler All Hands. You might have noticed in project calls over the past several months that you've started to see lists of conferences to which we have free tickets. Please use them. There's a request form linked in these notes and in by the list of events every week. And please avail yourself to the free tickets. Thank you. That's all for the highlights from emerging technologies.
Thank you, Miriam. Next up, we have Harold here to give us an update on 60 seconds of Firefox Dev Tools. And I've got your presentation queued up there. Awesome.
Speaking notes. Hi, thanks to Miriam for lowering the bar to super technical and nerdy and conferences. So we're going to continue working on DevTools. So we started a season strong. CSCon for you, love DevTools. We had a lot of good feedback. Every presentation, or most presentations, had DevTools mentioned. And people really saw it coming and trying out DevTools again. So hopefully we can push it forward with more CSS tooling and layout tooling and really breaking down those barriers that make it hard to build great layouts. Second one, we have JavaScript debugging. We had a Hacks blog post that came out about a few weeks ago where we talked about all the improvements that landed in JavaScript debugging, really making breakpoints more reliable, source maps, and all aspects that might have before been a little fiddly and easy to break. We also just sent out an email, 2 different mailing lists for Firefox developers to hear another round of feedback. Please file any issues that you find. Please make sure we get our eyes on what makes you more productive in Firefox. Another tool that's coming out is Edge Weapon. There's a new add-on coming out now that you can try out as an early preview. It's a collaboration with the Edge team. Weapon is a tool that makes audits in browser really easy to break down the barriers to make a more secure, accessible, and compatible web. This project actually it's the first audit uses MDN data to show you compatibility with your project against CSS and allows you to fix your CSS to be more compatible with the whole web. And we're doing pretty well on Mozilla.org. The last, just one more, with we have inactive CSS landing in nightly. So if you want to try it out, you can easily see which CSS properties haven't been applied. So you can either remove them or review why they haven't been applied. That's a common theme in CSS. Different properties are not compatible with each other, and the browser actually has a lot of low-level platform information that we can highlight to make it easier for you to write CSS that actually works. And this is taking over Jason.
Thank you, Harold. Really excited about the auditor tool. Connecting up to MDN as a first is exciting. I think that this is the beginning of a fruitful relationship between the dev tools and MDN. Last but not least, we have Andrew Krug coming to us with the Weekly Minute.
It's time for the Weekly Minute Update, where we tell you all the things IT is doing to empower Mozillians in their mission to keep the web a global public resource, open and accessible to all. Our first update this week is that we're now completely moved over to Zoom for video conferencing. The video system was shut down as planned on May 31st, and all video accounts have been disabled. Please remember to convert all of your calendar invites over to Zoom links for future meetings. The graph up there at the right shows the rate of transition from video to Zoom over time. Here's a quick Zoom tip. Did you know that you can go to zoom.us/test in order to test your audio and video setup prior to joining a call? Next up is an update from the IAM team. We're doing an experiment with a new add-on to help you know when you may be the victim of a phishing attack. The add-on will show a green theme in Firefox when entering your credentials on a trusted SSO site, and the add-on will also detect if you're about to enter your credentials on a dangerous site. Feel free to give it a try today. The add-on is generally available at the following URL. Any feedback can be reported here or directly to kang@mozilla.com. That's the minute. I'll see you next week.
Thank you, Andrew. Next up, we have a whole bevy of introductions. Intern season has started. We've got, I think, probably 20 introductions or so, and we're going to start in the Toronto location. So those of you in Toronto, David and Neha, could you make your way to the podium for your introductions? And begin when you're ready.
Great. Is this thing on? We're good. Okay. Hi, everyone. It's David from Toronto. I'm very pleased to announce the first ever GeckoView engineering intern, Alvina Wasim. She's going to help bring the awesome quantum engine to Android.
Hi everyone, I'm Neha Kocher, and I'm very pleased to announce that Keshav is now back. He's a returning intern, and he's starting full-time starting today in our Toronto office. Welcome, Keshav.
I'll do a remote introduction for Diane, who's in Toronto. Diane is joining from Queen's University. She'll be doing a product management internship with Firefox accounts, and she formerly interned with Tesla. So super excited to have her with us. Thank you.
Welcome, Diane. With that, we'll move to San Francisco. Everyone in San Francisco, if you could make your way up to the podium, that would be great, and start whenever you're ready.
All right. Is this on? Hi, everyone. I'm Sean Voisin, and I'm pleased to introduce two new interns for the platform layout team. The first is Charlie Marlowe, and he'll be working on newest CSS features. He'll be working on new text decoration features in Gecko. So welcome. And the second layout intern is Connor Brewster, and he is also joining us to work on new CSS features. He'll be working on backdrop filter and SVG filters in Gecko. So welcome.
I'm Severin Rudy on the Android team, and this is Michelle Wong. She's joining us from UBC. She's going to be helping us work on Firefox for Fire TV. Hi, I'm Patrick Walton on the Servo team, and I'd like to introduce Omar Leha. He's joining us from UPenn to work on Servo channels and making them and doing record and replay debugging on our Servo multiprocessing infrastructure.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Yochai Benavi. I'm the head of International Public Policy, and I'm here to introduce Thomas Samuelson, who joins us from the Dedman School of Law in Dallas, and will be working on international policy.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Hal Wine from Firefox Operations Security, introducing Adriano, who's going to be working on our fraud detection system over this summer. So great.
Hi, I'm Perry Jang. I'm on the Firefox DOM team, and I'd like to introduce Sharanya Balaji. She comes from the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, and she'll be working on the Service Workers API.
Well.
Hi everyone, my name is Kate Ferguson. I'm coming here from the Rochester Institute of Technology, and I'll be helping out the finance team this summer.
Welcome.
Hi, my name is Yuval. I'm from Tufts University. I'm going to be a Firefox desktop product management intern.
Hi, Janice, I see you there. Should I go?
Hi, I'll go. Hi, this is Janice doing another remote introduction. And I'm pleased to welcome Julia Cambray to the team. She comes to us from Carnegie Mellon, and she'll be working on voice interaction stuff for the formerly known as Scout project. So we're really happy to have her. Thank you.
Is that it for our San Francisco office? Looks like it. With that, we will move to the Mountain View office. If you're in Mountain View and you're introducing a new hire or an intern, please make your way up to the podium.
Hi, I'm Drew from the Firefox desktop team, and this is Omkar from the University of Maryland. He'll be interning this summer and working on the Quantum Bar.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Steve Fink from the SpiderMonkey team, and I'm happy to have Crystal Yang here from the University of Toronto, who will be fixing all of the bugs in the JavaScript garbage collector.
Hi everyone, I'm Caitlin Nyman. I'm really pleased to welcome back Andrew Truong from the Northern Alberta Institute of Technology. Andrew is going to be our add-on community marketing intern this summer.
Welcome back,
Hi, I'm Katie Parlante. I run the Firefox data engineering team, and I'm here to introduce Anna Schultz, who will be an intern with the data platform team. She comes to us from UBC, and she'll be working on WebAssembly support in BigQuery user-defined functions.
Hi, I'm Winnie Leong. I run the security engineering team. I would like to introduce you to Austin. He comes from Princeton University, and he will be working with Stephen Engelhardt on the measurement assistance on the DOE project.
Welcome.
I would like to introduce you to Dennis Jackson. He comes from University of Oxford. He will be working with Tyler with Demure, and on assisting on finding the more efficient protocol in running the Tor network.
Welcome.
I would like to introduce Sandra Sibi. She comes from EPFL. I cannot pronounce that in French, Switzerland, and she will be working on cross-site tracking using the machine learning technology.
Welcome.
I would also like to introduce Umar Iqbal. Iqbal. Yeah, he comes to us from University of Iowa, and he would also be working with Stephen Engelhardt on using machine learning to identify browser fingerprinting.
Welcome.
Hello, Harold again from the Platform Product Management team, introducing from New York City, Trelame. She will be working on all the different projects we have in the PM team that are requiring deep user research and analytics. So,
Hi, I'm Poonam Dahiya from User Journey Engineering Team, formerly known as Activity Stream. I'm pleased to welcome John Carlos, who will be helping us localizing new tab using Fluent and messaging infrastructure. Welcome, John.
I think that's it. I'm going to give a quick reload to the agenda to see if anything else has come on. It doesn't look like it. We are all wrapped up for this week. I hope that you all have a great week with your various tasks on Firefox, especially the new interns. And I'll see you all next week at the same time, same place. Until then, keep on rocking the free web.
Can I do one more introduction?
Oh, one more introduction. Sorry about that, Amy.
Apologies for that. It was a lot of people. I'm Carolyn O'Hara, sorry, from Pocket, and I am delighted to introduce our new recommendations editor for Pocket, Amy Moos. She's based remotely in Los Angeles, so on the screen. And Amy's going to be working on content curation for Firefox New Tab and all the other spaces where you see great Pocket recommendations.
Welcome. And it looks like we have one more coming from PDX as well. Sorry about that.
Hey everybody. So I'm Eric Rom from the low-level tools team. We have Kristen Wright joining us today. She's already compiling over there on her laptop. She was an intern last year and is going to hit the ground running, helping us out with thread scheduling in Gecko and SpiderMonkey. Hey, thanks.
Welcome. Now I think we're at the end. Sorry for that slightly early conclusion. See you all next week. Again, keep on rocking the free web.